Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be here with you guys today. I am sharing my haul from Lavender and Speckles October Pre-Order. This is such an epic pre-order. I am ecstatic with everything that I have. So I'm going to take no time to chit chat here. Let's jump in. Everything came beautifully as always. You can hear Rip chewing on his bone, I'm pretty sure. Sorry about that. But I, of course, have an invoice, which is always really appreciated. Get a box here to put my stuff in as we go along. You also get her business card. So Lavender and Speckles Scents. Is that going to focus? I don't know. Beth Wilson is the owner. You get a thank you card, which is so cute. And then on the back, it has melting instructions for each of her formulas. And then she put in this super cute pen, this super cute Christmas pen. She put a fall one in on one of the last pre-orders. I don't know if that's focusing or not, but super cute Christmas pen. I've been using my fall one, so I'm happy to have a little Christmas one now. Okay, so I have 2 samplers and quite a few clamshells. First, we'll start with the samplers. These came much nicer than this. Beth had them all stacked, every cup stacked on top of each other, and they looked beautiful. And of course, I tore right into them to smell everything. This first one is the French bourbon sampler. So I was so lucky to be able to work with Beth in October on this sampler. And so I'm not going to go through it again right now. I did a whole video going in depth about every single scent that is in this sampler right before the pre-order. So I will link that above so you guys can see my thoughts on every scent. Beth, if you're watching this, thank you so very much for including me in this process. I think that this sampler turned out amazing. But I do want to highlight the sample that you get in the French bourbon sampler, and that is the sample of Besties. So Besties is sophisticated plus French bourbon. So this is me for French bourbon and Summer for sophisticated, which I think is so fun. Thank you, Beth, for including this as the sample in the samplers. So you get a little mix of both, and these pair so nicely together. The sophisticated is a very kind of feminine but musky perfume scent, and then the French bourbon is more of that kind of masculine cologne, and they blend beautifully together. And Summer is my bestie, and I'm so glad that we were able to do these samplers at the same time together, and that this is the little sample that's included. So it just made it extra super special and a lot of fun. So like I said, French bourbon sampler, I will link my video above so you guys can see all the details there. I don't know, can you guys see Rip? Sitting in this chair. Then I, of course, picked up Summer's sophisticated sampler. You guys, oh my gosh, I am gonna go through these all in depth here, but I'll probably move kind of quickly just because of the sheer amount of wax I have to share with you guys today. And I don't want this to be an hour-long video if I can help it. For the sophisticated sampler, like with the bourbon sampler, you do get a Besties sample. So it's the sophisticated and French bourbon, so love that. And then as far as the scents, I'm not gonna say sophisticated every time because I think I'll drive everybody crazy. But this one is sugar cookie and zucchini bread. And what an interesting combination. Like, you wouldn't think that those notes would work together, but it really does. You get the sophisticated, you know, perfumey scent, and then you're also getting the zucchini bread. The zucchini bread is very strong, and it just works. Nice, classic kind of bakery with a little bit of a twist. All of these scents, my sophisticated sampler and then the bourbon sampler, I use these in my bedroom a lot, and I have been really enjoying Beth samplers in my bedroom space. I think they're just perfect size for a bedroom. The scents a lot of time are kind of bedroom leaning, and yeah, I've really been enjoying it in that space. Pink Sands and Green Tea. I think Summer's been on a tea kick lately. I don't know why I can't speak. And then Pink Sands is the Yankee type. I definitely get the Pink Sands. There is that very sweet, Pink Sands is very sweet to me. It's beachy, but it's got a lot of kind of fruity notes, fruity undertones. That's what I get from this, is a lot of the Pink Sands. I do get a hint of the green tea as well. It's a really interesting combination. Summer did an absolutely fantastic job of coming up with scents. She's really good at thinking of kind of like obscure scent notes and scent combinations and making them work, and this works. Wow, that's really, really good. I'm filming, what day is today? The 22nd. So tomorrow, this won't go up, I don't think, before tomorrow, but tomorrow, Lavender and Speckles is having her little mini opening, and some of the sophisticated and French bourbon blends are on there. So I know what French bourbon I'm going in for, but I'm trying to figure out which of the sophisticated blends I want to get larger sizes of. So this one is blended with Beach Marshmallow Cookies. Her Beach Marshmallow and Beach Marshmallow Cookies are one of my favorites from her. This is good. You really get that beach nights. I get a little bit of the saltiness. It's a very creamy, sophisticated. Oh, wow. Is this one offered? I don't think so. I think it's, I'll have to keep looking and see. Wicked Vanilla Woods is offered for sure. I'll have to look back at the list. I don't think this one is offered, but I think I would get more of that one right off the bat. That one's really pretty. White Tea Time and Sweet Strawberry. This is one that I don't particularly love, and it's only because that strawberry is the very fresh strawberry. I've talked about my relationship with strawberry so many times on here, so I won't get into details. But this has that strawberry oil that I don't particularly care for. However, I do really get the white tea, and the white tea in this is so beautiful. Yeah. The strawberry is not super strong, but I can tell it's there. The white tea is so good. Just so fresh. So this is one I'll probably pass on just because of the strawberry note. But if you like strawberry, I bet you would really enjoy that one. And then Sophisticated Plus By the Fireplace type. Are you kidding me? Yes. Could that not be any more amazing sounding? And it is. Two beautiful perfumes blend together. I feel like both of those perfumes are kind of on the same level of depth. They're both kind of musky, deep, feminine perfumes. I don't have the real one of either of them, but I have dupes of both of them, and I love both of them equally. They're just scents that it makes you smell like you have money. Like, it just makes you smell really put together and just like you know what you're doing in life. I don't know. That's how I think of those perfumes. This is beautiful. I would love to have a larger size of that because I could see me wanting to melt this in my bedroom consistently. Sophisticated Plus Palo Santa. So Palo Santa is actually a summer blend as well. This whole haul, I should just say, influenced or sponsored by Summer Michelle, because I have quite a few scents and clamshells that are also her creations, her request. So Summer, thank you so much for this amazing haul. So her Palo Santa is like, it's like donut shop. There's some cinnamon spices or something, and then roasted pine cone, if I remember right. Yeah, this is really good. And I actually don't like her, what is that? Palo, donut shop. What is that scent called? Now I can't think of it. But sometimes it leans a little bit too spicy for me, but not when it's mixed. I get the roasted pine cones. I get the sophisticated. I do get the hints of the spices, but this is really, really nice. Surprised, honestly, how much I like that one. Then we have balsam fir and autumn flannel. Yes, yes, and yes. I love flannel, and I love Beth's autumn flannel. This is a great mix of feminine and masculine. Autumn flannel is a very masculine, kind of smoky, woodsy, outdoorsy scent. And then you get that beautiful sophisticated. I do get hints of tree as well. But I feel like the flannel and the sophisticated is what comes out the most. Great kind of fall sophisticated blend. Summer, you kill this. This one I texted Summer when I opened this package and I said, just from like a very first quick sniff, this one in particular stood out to me. This is Madagascar Vanilla, Coconut, and Santal. Now, I'm not a huge Santal fan. It's very fresh, and I just, for whatever reason, don't find myself being drawn to it. But this combination, I do feel like you get the Santal a little bit, but I get the coconut and I get the Madagascar Vanilla. This is a beautiful bedroom, summertime perfumey fragrance. I love the added hints of coconut to this. This one's truly exceptional. I mean, all of them are, but this one stood out to me a lot when I first smelled it. Cedar, musk, lavender, and red apple. Cedar, musk. I definitely get the apple in this one very strongly. I do get hints of lavender, but it's a little bit more in the background. I feel like there's a woodiness, and the apple is what stands out. Honestly, I don't smell sophisticated too much in this one. The other notes kind of overtake the sophisticated oil. But these are also all freshly poured, and I always let my Lavender and Speckles sit for quite a while, so I'm sure the sophisticated will come out a little bit more. But if you're an apple fan, you would probably really like that one. Wicked Vanilla Woods type. I know that this one's offered tomorrow. I remember seeing this one on the list. Her Wicked Vanilla Woods is so good. It's a Bath & Body Works type, and I can't remember all the notes, but it's just an extra sweet vanilla. I think it's got some pink pepper or something like that in it. Little bit of nuances to it, but a really good perfumey vanilla. This is really nice. If you like vanilla, you would really like that one. Honestly, I'll probably get a larger size of that tomorrow. Lavender, vanilla, and Earl Grey tea. You get the tea very strongly in this. I'm not really picking up much sophisticated at the moment, but the tea is so good and it's very fresh. Oh, it is so pretty. It reminds me a lot of the white tea that's in this one with the strawberry. Very fresh, like you cleaned your house. I melt tea a lot in kind of February leaning into the springtime. I think it's a good transitional scent because it's kind of cozy, but it's also fresh. And so I'll probably melt this in February, kind of as like a cozy, I'm over the winter scents, I'm over the winter weather, kind of ready to get into spring. And then the last one is cashmere cedar and tobacco leaf. Tobacco leaf I'm kind of hit and miss on, but I do really enjoy cashmere cedar. And this is pretty. You definitely get the woody notes from the cashmere cedar, and I get like a fresh tobacco leaf. The sophisticated really stands out in this one though. That oil really shines. And you just have kind of the nuances of the freshness and a little bit of the woodiness. This one is so good. Wow, I wonder if this one is offered tomorrow. Yeah, I need to make my list. I've been kind of winging it lately, like the day of, unless it's an RTS, but a pre-order, I've kind of just been, whatever I'm feeling in that moment is what I get. But that is it for the Sophisticated Sampler. Summer, you did an unbelievable job. Bravo. If you guys got either of the French Bourbon or the Sophisticated Samplers, please let us know what you think of them. I know that we're both just giddy with excitement about how these turned out, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. So now let's dive into all of the clamshells. So Beth had reached out to a couple of us a few months ago asking how we felt about clamshells. And I said, I'm all for it. Because for one, I love her Parasoy formula. Two, I love not having to chop. I love being able to get smaller sizes. That way I can try more scents. They're easy to store. My only concern, and we expressed it to her, was that sometimes clamshells can get that plasticky smell. And so you just have to figure out what clamshells to use in that kind of process. And so when she offered clamshells this last pre-order, I was really excited. And I can attest, that's all I have here is clams, but I can attest I get zero plasticky scent at all. I mean, it is purely the wax. And look how clean that pops out of the clam. Yeah, even just like the plastic doesn't smell like anything. So I wanted to mention that just because I know some people sometimes get concerned about that. Understandably, I've gotten clamshells before and then been able to smell the plastic, physical clam. That is not the case with these at all. So please, if you are curious about her clamshells at all, I so far really highly recommend you giving them a try. And just look how nice that came out. Okay, I should tell you what this one is. This is Candy Cane Beach. I was all over this one. I think this was Ashley Overly's blend, if I remember right. Candy Cane, Boardwalk Mallow Clouds, and Beach Marshmallow. I mean, these are like three of my favorite scents. I love Boardwalk Mallow Clouds. I love Beach Marshmallow. And I have really been on a peppermint kick lately. The last year or so, I've really enjoyed peppermint. So this combination is just everything. And what I like about this is that the candy cane doesn't overtake the other notes. You know how peppermint can be. Sometimes it can really just be too intense in the mint and you can't smell the other notes, but that's not the case with this at all. I get all of those notes. This is stunning. Beautiful. Christmas at the beach is what it makes me think of. So that one was Candy Cane Beach. I have to find a place to set all of these clams. Then we have Frosty Nights. So this one is flannel, roasted pine cones, toasted marshmallow, firewood, Palo Santo, and cream cheese frosting. And I have to say, you guys, I think this is the third time I went through and smelled everything. This has to be one of my favorites. I love flannel though, and you really get the flannel. I also love roasted pine cones. This just has a ton of my favorite scent notes put together. And it is a little bit different. I do have to say I'm getting a little bit tired of just the basic tree scents. Not that I'm tired of them. I still love them. I just don't need to keep buying scents that have the same notes. I buy a lot of roasted pine cone, and so what I really like about this is that flannel component changes it up completely and makes it really unique. You get the smokiness from the firewood. Oh my gosh. I would take this, I'm getting wax on me. I would take this in much larger quantities. This is stunning. And the flannel's not super strong or super laundry or anything like that. You're just getting the hints of the flannel. I love that one. That one is exceptional. Next we have Balsam and Amber. So this one is Amber Noir, Balsam, and Fireside. This one, I don't know really what amber Noirs, I was kind of thinking perfume. I don't get a ton of that. I really get the balsam and the fireside. You have to like smoky scents to enjoy this one. This one's definitely a smokier fragrance. Oh, it's so good though. She does these smoky fireside type scents so well. Okay, this one, I'm not so sure about. I'd be curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm going back and forth on it. It was a little bit of a wild card for me, but that is Dreamy Coconut Cake. I added this one to my list after Summer and I and Beth went live the day before the pre-order or something like that, because Beth was talking this one up and I was like, let's give it a try. Great thing about clamshells, they were $4, so super inexpensive, and then I got to try a bunch of scents that maybe I wasn't so sure about. This is whipped coconut cake, vanilla buttercream, crunch cake, and vanilla buttercream. This is very strong on, I'm thinking it's the vanilla buttercream crunch cake. Yeah, it is strong coconut, very strong bakery. I don't think this one's my favorite. This one might get passed on to somebody. I want to give it a try, but something about this, I'm thinking it's the crunch cake. It's just pulling a little bit off for me. It's not overly coconutty either. It's not super coconut. It's definitely more vanilla heavy bakery notes with hints of coconut. Did you guys get this one? I'd be really curious to see what you think about it. But that one, I gotta figure that one out. So that one is Dreamy Coconut Cake. Then we have Silent Night. This is beach marshmallow, holiday flowers, hints of spices with notes of balsam and pine. It reminds me of something and I can't figure out what exactly it is. It's good though. You definitely get that holiday flower, the spices, the pine. I don't get a ton of beach marshmallow. This is a very Christmassy holiday scent to me. This is stunning. I will let this cure. I feel like her Parasoy formula, it does great for me, but I need to let it cure a little bit longer than her olive oil formula. So I'll probably save this clamshell for next year, but that is beautiful. I love like the holiday flower spice note to it. Okay, let's talk summer for a minute, because I know here's 3 scents that I know for sure are summer creations. There might be other ones too. So the first one is Visions of Sugar Plums. Dark juicy plums, tangerine, a tiny hint of spice, and cotton candy frosting. Oh yeah, you really get all of those notes. I get the plum, I get the citrus of the tangerine, a little bit of spice, and the cotton candy just adds a sweetness to it. Oh, I feel like on the bottom I'm getting more of the plum. I don't know if Natalie, if you're watching, did you go in on this order or this pre-order? I hope that you got this one. I like the plums, I like the citrus, I like the spice in this one. This one is really, really pretty, and I think the cotton candy frosting just kind of gives it that final touch and adds a bunch of sweetness to that. So good. Then we have Winter Wonderland, another Summer Michelle blend. Balsam fir, a hint of dirt, roasted pine cones, fresh mountain air, marshmallow fireside, and snowy mint. Obviously, by those notes, that is totally up my alley. And this kind of reminds me of something too, and I can't figure out what it is. You really get that kind of fresh air, a little bit of mint. Do I get dirt? I really don't get dirt in this. To me, I get a lot of the fresh air and the mint. It smells like you walked outside in a winter wonderland and there's snow all around you and the air is just crisp. You know, if you walk outside like at nighttime, especially when it's snowing, just the air smells a certain way and feels a certain way. That's what I get from this. I don't get a lot of the dirt, but maybe that will come out as it cures. This is really pretty. Really pretty, just classic wintertime fragrance. So great job on that one, Summer. And then this one's also a summer blend. This is He Said, She Said. Blue sugar, pink sugar, campfire marshmallow, Palo Santo, and sugar cookie royale. I really love the combination of pink and blue sugar. I don't see a ton of people offering that combination very much, but they work so well together. You really get both of those notes. And then I don't know if I would pick out campfire marshmallow, Palo, or sugar cookie, but you get just a like cookie bakery-ness to this. And then of course the pink and blue sugar are definitely the standouts in this fragrance. This is amazing. So good. Summer, great job. I might have more from Summer in here. I don't even know. This one, I saw this in my box and I was like, what the heck is this? I have a lovely handwritten labeled clam, and then I looked on my invoice and she included it as a freebie, which was so nice. So I don't know the notes or anything like that, but it's trim tree and vanilla bliss. So Christmas tree and a vanilla fragrance. This is good. This is so good. I love the vanilla in here. It's a little bit perfumey. It's not a bakery vanilla. And I get the tree, but it's not super sharp. This is very creamy. Beth, I don't know if you're testing this scent out, but I think that this one needs to make a list because this is so good. Wow. So if you're on our customs list, if you like tree, ask for tree trim plus vanilla bliss. Beth, thank you so very much for including an extra. That was so sweet, and I'm so grateful. Still going, guys. We probably have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 left. By the Chimney. By the Fireplace type, smoky spruce, evergreen, peppermint, moss, and a hint of buttermint. Yes, I love tree. I just talked about peppermint. I've really been into buttermint. I love By the Fireplace. And then you throw in the moss note, earthy, atmospheric, outdoorsy. I knew this one had to happen. And this is so good. I get a lot of the smoky spruce, the peppermint, and the buttermint. But I'm also getting like this earthiness. I don't know if it's from the moss or if it's just the tree notes in general. This is so pretty. I need to move a little faster, but really enjoy that one. Another one that I am just over the moon about is Stocking Full of Coal. I have a sleeping, groaning rip next to me. Listen to these notes. Burnt maple, raspberry, unripened tomato, guaiac wood, smoked embers, ozone, juniper, amber, evergreen, cranberry, and clove. You really get this burnt maple, and that is such an interesting note that I don't feel like I've ever seen anybody else have. You definitely get the smoked embers, the guaiac wood. Unripened tomato doesn't smell like tomato if you're familiar with growing tomatoes, but it just gives it a little bit of an earthiness. You definitely get hints of either the raspberry or the cranberry. There's a slight fruitiness to this, and I'm getting the clove. The spice definitely comes out. This is so warm and cozy. A great Christmas time blend. I love the smokiness in this. That is super unique. I don't have anything in my collection like that, or don't think I've ever even tried anything like that in general. Next is Honey Pear Cotton Candy Zucchini Bread. So this is one, I know it's very popular from her, and I believe Summer told me that I needed to get this one because of how good it is. And it is good. You really get that kind of sweet honey pear cider, but the zucchini bread is strong in this. I definitely get the bakery notes. Oh, so good. If you like honey pear cider, you would really like this one. I'm going to save that until next September. That's when I really love honey pear cider types of scents. Next, we have Adrift. This one is Salty Sea Air, Beechwood, Roasted Pine Cones, and Smoked Vanilla. I really get the Salty Sea Air, the Roasted Pine Cones, and the Smoked Vanilla. There is a slight smokiness to this. You get a little bit of the tree, but I feel like the Salty Sea Air is the strongest note. On the bottom, yeah, on the bottom more so than the top, I'm getting that beechwood. It kind of smells like a driftwood. Beautiful summertime fragrance, honestly. This is very fresh, very clean, totally up my alley. Nectarine Nordic Nights. Vanilla Bean Nectarine, Snow-Covered Pines, and Arctic Wind. I'm not a huge citrus person, but you had me that it was vanilla bean covered, snow-covered pines, and Arctic Wind. Yes. This is really, really pretty. And like I said, I'm not a big citrus person. And you get the citrus, but you definitely get the other notes. You get the vanilla. You're getting this kind of crisp coolness. I don't know if it's from the Arctic Wind or the snow-covered pines, but this is beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited with this order, you guys. Sorry, I feel like I'm trying to move a little bit faster because this is gonna be a long video. Cozy Blanket. Woolen Blanket, Vanilla, Nutmeg and Spice, Fireside Marshmallow. This, I definitely get a lot of the Fireside Marshmallow, and then you really get the spices, so the nutmeg and spice. It is a spicy, cozy marshmallow fireside type scent. Very, very pretty. Like that one a lot. Then we have Cozy Nights. So that was Cozy Blanket. Now we have Cozy Nights. And this one has to be one of my favorites from the order. This is Vanilla Patchouli, Marshmallow Fireside, and Smoked Vanilla. Oh my gosh. Well, for one, the Marshmallow Fireside in here is so creamy, probably because you have vanilla in every single oil that's in this blend. Such a creamy Marshmallow Fireside. Then you're getting just a touch of the patchouli. It's there, but it's in the background. It just adds that bit of incensiness, that bit of earthiness to this. This is beautiful, beautiful. Definitely if you like patchouli, you'll like this, but even if you don't, because the patchouli is just a drop in the water of this beautiful vanilla pool of wax. You get slight hints of smokiness from the smoked vanilla and the Marshmallow Fireside. I would buy this in large quantities. Large quantities. That is so good. Another really popular one from her that I had just never tried is Cowboy Cookies. Cowboy is her pup. So this is sugar cookies blended with maple bourbon, cinnamon spice vanilla, vanilla buttercream, and smoky firewood. Yeah, I really get the cinnamon spice vanilla and the firewood. Bakery, cinnamon, slightly smoky. I can see why this one's popular. This is a good, just classic bakery scent. Really, really nice. Cotton Candy Laundry. So this was definitely a wild card for me. I've heard a lot of people talk about this one. I'm not a huge laundry person. However, I like laundry when it is mixed with other things, when it's not the only note. And I have found that in the last 6 months or so, I have been drawn to laundry even more than I used to be. I am enjoying it more. And one of my favorite Scentsy bars of all time is Pink Cotton. And that's like pink sugar in laundry. And so I was like, cotton candy laundry, let's give it a try. It's a clamshell. You can pass it on if it doesn't work for you. So this is what it sounds like, cotton candy and laundry. I love this. I really like this a lot. I definitely get the laundry from it. It is laundry, but there's something kind of soft about it that it's not, I don't think this is going to be headache inducing. Now, do I need loaves of this? No, but I really like this. It's just a fresh, clean laundry. I don't think it's going to be headache inducing. And you get that cotton candy. This is a great laundry oil. Some of the laundry oils are just too cloying or something. I'm shocked. I really, really like this one. Very glad I got it. Very, very glad. Honestly, I have one more to share with you, and it might be my absolute favorite. The only one that I'm hesitant about is the Dreamy Coconut Cake. I truly love just everything in this order. It's just such a great pre-order. So lastly, I have Gone Camping. This one I know is on the list for tomorrow. This is Red Apple, Palo, Damp Forest, Patchouli, Amber, and Cedar. It doesn't say it in the notes. It has damp forest, but this has like a dirt component to it. This smells like dirt to me. Like in the best way. It must be the damp forest. It smells like you're truly in the woods and you've got the dirt and the trees around you. It does have apple, and that is prominent in this blend. It's almost like you're going apple picking or something. You have the fresh apples, but you're in the woods. Like you're not at an orchard. You've got like a rogue apple tree in the woods or something. If you like dirt blends, you would really like this one. I know you would. Or if you are curious about dirt and earthy scents, this would probably be a really good one to try because you have the apple and the other notes to kind of balance it out. But you definitely get that damp, dank forest dirt note. Amazing. This is so, so good. Very, very glad that I was able to grab that one. But that is it. If that is not enough, that is my October Lavender and Speckles pre-order haul. I would love to know what you guys got. Like I said, please let us know if you got any of the samplers. Would love to hear your thoughts. But that's everything I have to share with you all today. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.